What's up, everybody? BATCRAFT. That's right, it's Bo here from the TV Talk Podcast, and as you can see, it is raining behind me, as it always is on Earth 3. Sometimes it seems like it's not raining all that much, and sometimes it seems like it's nonstop. And lately, this is just nonstop rain. It's been rough, not gonna lie. But that's okay. You know what you do on a rainy day? You chill out, you get some work done, you sit in your chair, you do your work, all that kind of good stuff. But you also kind of want to listen to tunes. And very recently, in fact, last week even, we created a billiards room for Wayne Manor in Gotham. And in the process, we had to give up some of our prized possessions, specifically some of our record collection. Now, granted, I only had 2 discs, and I had 2 copies of, I think I had like 2 of these, and I had 3 of these and 2 of these, and so I was able, it worked, okay? It was a donation to the Wayne Manor, and I had no problem doing it. I was happy to do it, especially since I still got to maintain my discs right here. Also, in the music department, we've got this horn. This one is just a goat horn. It's not great. It's not the best, but it is what it is. Here's the thing. I want more music. Okay, this has been like a little mindset of mine. I've got this kind of, theater office, and I've loved the idea, up on my wall, I have some, kind of some prized possessions up here, but I would really like a record wall. I think after doing the billiard thing, like the billiard room, it really made me realize I really want that for my own office. And so, we need some more records. Now, I could do a grind, I could go out there, I could do a whole grind thing and see, look up where you find different discs and all that kind of good stuff. But, the nice thing is, I hear that there is quite a few discs and even a few horns. Sunny days. I feel like there's a bunch of them that are now available at Walmart. And so we need to go to Gotham and do a little shopping. Now, the business industry has been good to me, and the lot has been making some diamonds. And in fact, we should have quite a few diamonds coming our way from that large shard order we did for Fox. And no, we have not received payment for that yet. So we've got 90 more diamonds coming our way at some point. But for right now, we got, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. Let's go to the bank, see what we got. Yeah, I think we can afford to spend a little bit. Now, I'm conflicted on this because on the one hand, I'm really glad that these are available because that means that I don't have to mess around with goats anymore. And Will has done all the hard work and all I have to do is buy them. But at one point, I was kind of thinking it'd be cool if we had an auction house for some of these more specialty items. Okay, let's see. Music department, horns, 5 diamonds, disc 1. Okay, 5 diamonds is a little much, but it depends on, I guess, the sound. Let's see what discs he has. Ooh, I don't have... Let's see. I've got this one, right? But I don't have any of the rest, I don't think. Ooh. Very cool. Yeah. Okay, so let's get some diamonds. Boom, 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 and boom. And we will take you, and you. Now, for these horns, let's see. I don't mind spending the money, but I want to know how they sound. Yeah, not feeling that one. Let's try this one. Ooh, I like that one. That's kind of like a trumpet thing going on. Okay, we might hang on to you. Oh, that's like a charge one. It's like a dun 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 dun. Oh, that's like the Illager one, right? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna take these 3. Whew. Okay, so that was, he said 5 diamonds each on those, right? Boom. All right, there we go. This is probably the most money I've ever spent at Walmart. That's not true, actually. Actually that probably is the most money I've spent at Walmart. But now that I think about it, they've got potions, and I might need some potions, actually. What else does he have? Name tags. I've got plenty of name tags. Dyes. Obviously, we've got our own shop for dyes. Diamond per stack or item. You know what? It might not hurt to have some leather on hand, especially just for frames. I feel like I'm constantly needing that. This is kind of nice. I never actually just do some shopping, typically it's very specifically oh, well, I have needs. I've never just gone and done some shopping. I guess this is what Walmart is for. Do I need anything? No. Portal in a box. Ooh, you know what book I don't sell that I do kind of need is Impaling. What's books priced at 1 diamond unless I've marked otherwise? Impaling seems to be a 1. Boom. Nice. Well, there we go. We're a few diamonds lighter, but, we got some goods. I ended up picking up a couple of potions as well. So, you think like, oh, no, I don't need it. And then you kind of walk away and you're like, well, I don't know. Maybe, you never know. Okay, so Sticks and Stones has moved to more of like a bulk shulker type of thing. But I don't think I need any of these things. Like, I feel like most of what's sold in bulk here, I've already got. The big things with Sticks and Stones has actually been the glass game. Like, this is where I've actually gone, oh, is this concrete or terracotta? No, that's concrete. Yeah, that's concrete. Okay, so he has fully formed concrete now. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Couple of stacks there. I'm always constantly finding that I need some logs, so why not? Boom, boom. Ta-da. Look at me over here stimulating the economy. And the wings market, it's interesting because the wings market has changed. So like I've got the priciest wings on the market. And that is okay because I'm not necessarily trying, this is the nice thing at the moment is I'm pretty good on diamonds, I'm doing all right. And so I can't complain, life's been good. I think between kind of specialty items and that sort of thing, I think I've been doing all right. But I could lower the price of those wings, but you can get wings for cheaper elsewhere. And I'd rather people just go get the cheaper rings elsewhere and hang on to these as a kind of, last resort. When they're worth 35 diamonds again, they'll be worth 35 diamonds again. And that's okay. I don't want to burn through that stock and then have to go and do the hard labor of trying to get some more wings. So we're doing okay with that. So anyway, all right. All that to say, we have done our part for the community and for and for BATCRAFT. And now all we got to do is add our specialty items to our office. Very nice. Okay, I was a little concerned that maybe I did have one of these already, but apparently not. So this should be good. Oh yeah. Okay, so I guess maybe I'll hang up on the wall over here. I've got kind of the posters for the different plays that have been represented down below. When we did the Batman, we put up these kind of bat, posters on the side. When we did Sleep No More, we put this one up on the side as well. And I think we need to think about what a couple more posters might be. And I guess I just haven't really been all that inspired just yet. I mean, I've just really been enjoying what people change this sign to. Whenever anybody comes through, they'll just kind of mess with it. And I still haven't kind of come up with a name that needs to come over here as well. 1, 2, 3, 6. So we need like a 6-letter name, 6 or below for, I guess, the theater. And I just haven't figured out what that is yet. So we're not done with you yet, theater. You're still out here. You're still doing great. What do I want it to say? I don't know. Okay. All right, let's get into what we're actually getting into today. Now, my original plan for today was that we were going to do some work on the New Orleans condo, and specifically underneath it. Because I've always loved the idea of there being a kind of a horse and buggy situation here in New York Town. And though this condo does not have anything like that in the real world, I thought since this is kind of a big New Orleans location within the area, maybe it would make some sense to have little horse and buggies kind of stored underneath. Plus, obviously, we're not really using it for anything at the moment. So it just seemed to make sense. But here's the thing. I am going to do that. Like I'm going to do that for sure. Like that's going to happen, but maybe not today. It might even be off camera. I'm not sure because I had, inspiration struck. So I mentioned we just finished this big Athens project over there, and I'm really excited that we finally got a something to represent the city of Athens. But there is another city that we still haven't added anything to. And a few weeks ago when we took a look at our list, it made me realize, man, we really need to get kind of creative here. Because whilst the, let's see, Athens, Rome. So originally, Rome, the goal was we were going to make the Pantheon. But the problem is that the general style of New Yorktown doesn't really fit having the Pantheon. In fact, this is actually about to be a big problem, not just for Rome, but also for Ia and Florence. Because try as I might, all of the memorable locations that I have for these areas that I would love to kind of incorporate in this kind of, city dedicated to some of my favorite places, it doesn't really work because the style is so very different than all of these other areas. So I need to kind of reconsider these two. But Rome, I realized there actually is a location that would fit perfectly within New York town and still has a lot of significant meaning to me in Rome. And that is the Hotel Cinquantre. My apologies to our Italian viewers. I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know how to pronounce Cinquantre. Anyway, it's a hotel in Rome, and actually up on your screen right now, you can see a image of the hotel itself. And so that is what we're going to be building today. The problem is, as you noticed from the picture, it needs to kind of be wedged between two buildings, and we don't really have two buildings that have a wedge to go. I mean, we've got like right here, which actually would have made a lot of sense, except for the fact that we put this nice little park right here, and I don't really want to move that park. Plus, we need to kind of like balance out the city a little bit more, and so we need to kind of put some more stuff on the far side here and really make the far side more of another kind of, not necessarily Main Street, but something kind of on the same level. And so I'm thinking that what we may want to do is actually put the Roman hotel right here. So this was always kind of like a placeholder idea. You know, my thought was like, well, maybe it's like a corporate park with it's shared between two buildings. But now I'm thinking that this actually would make a lot more sense to put the hotel right here and then a future building right here, which means, among other things, that we're only going to be building the front face of this thing and maybe the roof, but probably not the sides. Well, definitely not that side because that side's connected to that building, but it's just going to be way open on that side because I still haven't quite figured out what I want to do right here. Every single idea I've had, whenever I kind of mock it up, it doesn't look right. I want it tall enough so that it can be seen on the opposite side of the city, but I don't want it so tall that it ruins kind of this look, this kind of top to our energy building here is just, it's so unique, and that is kind of the statement of this building. And so if you cover it up too much, then you really lose the benefit of having it. So we will need a tall building right here, and then this will be kind of like a small to medium-sized little hotel that'll be wedged between these two buildings. That's the idea. That's what we're going to be doing today. Let's get going. And we are done. Oh, by the way, I figured out what credenza. What? I figured out what credenza means. This is specifically a film group that Kyle, one of our BATCRAFTers, is a member of. So I feel kind of bad for not knowing that, but regardless, we know that now. And if you haven't checked out credenza's YouTube channel, you absolutely should. They are an award-winning film group, and they have made some cool short films that you need to check out. So credenza. And I'm guessing that also means that Kyle is responsible for changing the sign most recently. So, I guess he busted himself on that one. But like I said, this is now done, and at least the front portion of it is done. Yeah. I mean, it's yellow, which Nothing wrong with yellow. I'm a big fan of the color yellow. But I think it looks pretty good. I think all things considered, it's not bad at all. It definitely brightens up this area, which was needed because we got a lot of gray and white and that sort of thing in this corner. And so I think some color, like a good splash of color, is actually really well received here. Did want to go ahead and put in just a little bit more life into it. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. I grab some of these. There we go. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Yeah, it looks really good. I like it. We'll need to move the entrance to the energy building right there, and that's fine. But for the moment, just pretend like this is a fully formed building. Like, of course, it all falls apart the second that you walk over here and look into the side and you realize, there's nothing there. But at the front of it looks good. I like it. The other thing I really like is what this does for this side of the city by giving kind of a nice place, a nice view. Look at that. Yes, to take in the city from this angle. This is so cool. All right, so fun fact, this building that this is based off of, this hotel, my wife and I stayed here when we visited Rome several years ago. And we actually stayed in this room. Well, not this room because there's not a room there right now, but the one that had like this little private balcony looking thing, and it was so cool. And it was a great find. My wife is she's like the queen of Airbnb. Ouch. She's like the queen of Airbnb and VRBO. She finds all these like sweet locations and deals and everything else. And it was a right time, right place situation. And so we had kind of this little private terrace, which was awesome. But on top of that, literally on top of that, there was kind of this other area, which is where breakfast was served every single morning. And it was right above our room. You can't really even see it from the picture that I showed you earlier. And I'm about to do a side-by-side comparison. But regardless, like there's an extra room up here, or like a breakfast area right here with a little patio. And the patio had kind of plants on it. It was really, really nice. And so gotta add that here as well. I do not like the mangrove root. I feel like the only person in the world that hates this, but I don't like the roots, the mangrove roots. Granted, some of that's left over from, I believe they were kind of glitched when they first came into the, at least in Bedrock, at least for us anyway, because nothing would break them. That is to say you could break them, but it took a while. There we go. All right, so some nice greenery. But yeah, so there was this nice little breakfast nook right here where you'd come outside, you'd sit and have breakfast, and then literally just right below is where we were with our terrace right here. And so I'm looking forward to building this out a little bit. I don't know to what extent we'll be doing the exterior, or rather interior, but man, oh man, I love this view of the city right here. This really makes it feel full. Like one of the things that has been, oh wow, that's a cool look. That's just a really cool look. I'm sorry, but I'm taking it in because I've just never really appreciated how full the city feels, because more often than not I'm trying to add things to fill out the skyline, and this just looks good. I mean, this almost looks done. I mean, it's obviously not. It's very, very obviously not, but it's just wow. Okay. Y'all, I'm proud. I'm very proud. And then as I do this then I take this angle and be like, so much more work to do. Anyway, so yeah, so this is good. This is really good. I am very, very, very pleased. And for comparison, I'm going to go ahead and put up on your screen, a little bit of a side-by-side right there so you can kind of see the difference. Obviously, I don't have the bar sign. I don't know if I'll put up the bar sign. I may or I may not. But yeah, I think it's nice. Interesting enough, when I was there, it was a pizza place that was down below it, which was awesome. Get some nice, authentic Italian pizza, and it was great. You just literally you'd come down, ding, ding, and then you'd walk in, and then you'd go bling, and then you'd go get your pizza, and then we would bring it back upstairs, and then we'd go enjoy it on the terrace. Whew, good memories. Long time ago. It was a very long time ago, but man, good memories. I think that's what this build has really been for me, is an opportunity to explore some different memories as it relates to place. And that's just been a fun part of this season for me as a whole. So I'm glad that inspiration struck. And speaking of inspiration striking, there's actually something that has very recently struck, like lightning strikes. Get it? Because like the Might of Earth 3. Anyway, this is coming together quite nicely. I really like how the new hotel just fits in. And, more inspiration has struck. And I'm really excited for what I hope I'll be breaking ground on next week. In fact, I've actually already started to break ground on it, but I don't want to reveal it just yet. Anyway, so yes, this is good. This is good. Lots of fun ideas are kind of coming into place, and that is exciting. Now, one thing that I feel like has needed to happen for quite some time is this back here, which, as you can see, let me kind of get up a little bit higher. Shaboom. Okay, the Heroplex. The Heroplex now has a back to it. It kind of looks like a fin, actually. This looks like a very square shark with a yellow eye. That was never the intention, but you might remember that this used to be just like a tube that was hanging off the back. Well, now it's all covered up, and the whole idea there is it's like an elevator system for the Legion of Heroes to be able to enter into the inner sanctum or the upper corridors and all that kind of good stuff. And so now it's covered and it looks a little bit less bad. I guess is probably the only way to say it. Did I get this side too? I did get this side too. Yes. Okay. So that's been something that's been bothering me a little bit. And so it's nice to finally have it done. I'm very much in exterior mode now. The interior of the Heroplex is something that is still going to it's going to have to wait. Like this right here. I mean, it's a cool looking room, but it just doesn't serve a purpose yet. Maybe it will in the future. We just don't know. I did enjoy putting together the interior for the Legion of Heroes. Like, we've got all of the, all of our founding members represented here. We've got Bell. This is kind of confusing, but this is supposed to be Bell because he wears a leather hat. We got Kyle because of the bow and Green Arrow and all that kind of good stuff. We got Snow with her frost boots right here. And then, of course, we've got me. And if you ask me, it's the spitting image. I got and boom. Look, it just looks just like me. Okay, not really. And then over here, we've got not yet our members, but hopefully one day, which is Dr. Alien, represented with the crown on his head that we helped create. And then, of course, over here, we've got Will, which I used to... Wait, hang on now. This isn't what I put in his hand. What's this? For Will? To be continued.